Guten Tag alle, Herr Wallace here. Today we're going to talk about negating in German. A lot of my videos are geared toward English speakers, native speakers who are trying and attempting to understand German grammar and German sentence structure. So today this video is basically talking about the difference between kein and nicht. I've always said that if you think of German being similar to Old English, you'll come a little bit further along to understanding the word order in German. Um, let's start with the basic difference between kein and nicht. Is that one is a determiner and the other is an adverb. For example, you use kein to determine nouns. Another way to think of this is just quite simply, kein goes in front of nouns. Instead of an indefinite article, it takes the place of that. So instead of ein, einer, or ein, you've got kein, keine, or kein. And it's declined with the case of whatever the noun is that follows it. Okay? You use nicht to qualify verbs or in front of adjectives, and it does not change at all. So remember, kein is for nouns, and nicht is for verbs or adjectives, and kein can decline or change, and nicht does not. Let's take a closer look at nicht. Nicht is used in any situation except in direct relation to a noun. Let's look at the following examples. Du kannst hier nicht parken. You can't park here. You'll notice the word after nicht is a verb, parken. So that's another case. As I said, nicht is not used with nouns. Das ist nicht mein Buch. That is not my book. You notice between the word nicht and Buch there is a possessive pronoun, mein. So in this case you can use nicht. Again, it is not directly in front of a noun. And you'll notice also that nicht is not changing. Ist nicht sehr fleißig. He is not very industrious or hardworking. And Nummer 4, das ist nicht die Antwort. That's not the answer. Again, in all these cases, nicht does not come directly in front of the noun. If there is a noun after nicht, there is a word in between, either an adverb, a definite article, or a possessive pronoun, as in these cases. Kein is used in any situation in direct relation to a noun. It will be placed directly in front of the noun and be declined to match the case of the noun. Let's look at the following examples. Das ist keine Antwort. That is not an answer. In Old English, you might phrase this as that is no answer. Okay, literally. But in English, we've gotten out of the habit of saying that. We say more, that is not an answer. So das ist keine Antwort. And you'll notice kein here has added an E ending. That's because Antwort is in the nominative case and it is a feminine noun, die Antwort. So das ist keine Antwort. Number 2, ich habe keinen Hund. I have no dog or I don't have a dog. Notice kein now ends in en. That's because der Hund is the direct object and accusative, and therefore you have the en ending onto the kein. Nummer 3, hat kein Geld. Geld is a neuter noun or das word, so the ending is, there is no ending on kein. It's basically the same as it is in the accusative case because money in this sentence is the direct object. And then finally 4, oder 4, wir haben keine Chance. We have no chance. There is no difference in meaning between the following sentences, but most Germans will prefer to use the kein over the nicht in such situations. Das ist keine Antwort. Das ist nicht eine Antwort. Both saying basically the same thing. Ist kein Student. Ist nicht ein Student. Again, both saying the same things, but you can use kein or nicht, but notice when I use nicht, it's not directly in front of the noun. And one final note, as I said, kein declines. That means it changes depending on the case of the noun that follows it. For more information on cases, please see our other video on those various cases. Danke, auf Wiedersehen.